Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and I'm a terminally online historian. And like you, today was a beautiful day here in the United States and a great day for protesting. I just got back a little bit ago from the local No Kings protest here in Columbia, Missouri, which is wrapping up. I did not. I went to the speeches part. I didn't go and stand along Broadway with signs that were pre-printed and whatnot, as my blood sugar was getting low, and I was out of water and getting hungry. Regardless, I did go there. Thanks to Inspiration George Conway, I did get an I Am Antifa shirt to wear. So I was definitely dressing the part. And so today, it's a little bit special. I'm going to show a few photos of what I saw and make some observations. I will say, in general, the protests here in Columbia were very peaceful, except for one minor altercation with a counter protester. I did not. I was not involved in the that altercation, although it did happen near me. Unfortunately, the altercation should never happen, as the best way to deal with counter protesters is just ignore them and not be bothered by them. But as they counter protesters have, as long as they do it peacefully and do not try to pick fights, um, they have every right to be there at the protest to counter with their views, as I had a right to be there to express my views in support of the demonstration. I will also say was happy to, when I got there, I ran into a few friends and coworkers. Also saw some students I've subbed for there, so that was very encouraged to see students, high school students, showing up and demonstrating their right to peacefully protest against what they feel is wrong. So with that, I'm going to show a few photos, kind of explain what I saw. Most of them are signs because, as everyone knows, signs are what you go to a protest for. This one was the first one I saw. I couldn't really make it out, but it was definitely not the only uh, sign which mentioned the Epstein files. And with that, this was actually a pretty funny one, especially having spent a good portion of my early career in retail, especially grocery stores. They clean up on aisle 47. I thought that was kind of funny. This is another one I liked. Hey, and then Trump said, "I'm the king of New York," and that's Jay-Z and one of his friends just laughing hysterically. So I thought that was very clever. MAGA Math. Uh, this one is not being taught in schools, but it is very accurate as to what actually is going on. Let the rest a little bit more on that before it's change slides. Okay, I did find this one. I thought it was pretty good play on words with I ran your gas price up bigly. So that was good. The other side, it was okay, but this side was the better side. Yes, we did have friends in the frog suits show up because, as we know, frogs are Antifa, and actually kind of become the Antifa mascot in its own unique, weird way. Again, like I said, um, more Epstein file related stuff. So release all the Epstein files. GOP, Guardians of Pedophiles, clearly. And I didn't see this at first when it snapped it because I was more concerned about this photo, but I did like this elect a clown, expect a circus sign. I did see this, the Trump lunch special. White bread full of bologna with Russian dressing and small pickle. So a lot of play on words here. Very clever. Um, and it says the same thing on the other side. So this protester was very clever with how they set it up. I actually like both these signs, so I was fortunate to be able to snag a photo of both of them at the same time. And of course, once things got started up, it was actually a really good crowd. I say about 2,000 to 2,500 people showed up, from what I can tell from my vantage point, which is actually really good for protests in Columbia in the spring break, when pretty much all the college students were gone. If college students had been in town, I probably think it had been closer to 4,000 city been forced to close off. Right here is Walnut Street over here, and they would have been forced to close that off just to handle, as well as A Street, which is kind of where my arrow is, to just make sure that protesters aren't getting ran over by all those uh, MAGAs and their Dodge Challengers and Harley Davidsons that kept running by, honking their horns and revving their engines. Uh, uh, One thing I was happy about of all the speakers, that's my friend Vera, who's on the city council, has worked for the Center Project, which our youth programs coordinator. Got to talk to her a little bit beforehand as she was manning a table before she went up and gave a very good speech. And from that, I found out she's a former librarian and is still plugged into the librarian network here in Missouri and Columbia. Here in Columbia, the Daniel Boone Regional Library has become the first library in the state of Missouri to be unionized. Alice Library on the MU campus is in that process, as well as the Kansas City Public Library in Kansas City, Missouri, are working on becoming unionized. Which you got to remember, anytime a new union shows up, it's not just good for the folks in the union; it's good for the entirety of the working and middle class. So go out, support your unions. This is one of the local high school kids made this. Yes, I intentionally took the photo at this angle because with kids under the age of 18, I tried not to get their photos in or faces into photos, but they were definitely paying attention during history class and found the comparisons. Yet another uh, Epstein sign. Now, this is relating to the growing popularity of the hypothesis that Epstein was murdered and didn't hang himself, and on orders from from Donald Trump, just to keep him quiet, since Epstein obviously knew too much. This one, I took this actually more to. I need to look up this project 2029.me at some point, and hope, and of course, keep this on. Um, he put on the KOPN. That's the local Columbia, Missouri public radio station. It's actually ran by MU college students for the most part. And that's also on the backside of that Epstein knew too much sign. And I like this one. Uh, this stand, it's part of the Pledge of Allegiance, but it's explain kind of goes more for explain. Hey, this is what we believe in and what we stand for. And this is one of the last ones I saw. Uh, I like the sarcasm of this one. And this one, I was actually trying to capture this specific sign, so I have a few of them. So, as you can see, it's a KKK hood, a nice hat, an SS uh, combination cover, and a MAGA hat. So it basically says same shit, different hat. I believe yeah, I got it much better in this one. This was as everyone's either heading toward the exits or heading down to Broadway to protest. And this is the final one. I like that it's kind of a play on the fantastic TLC song No Scrubs. So that was a good one. Further on, I do know that there are No Kings protests going on nationwide, so I'm going to switch over to everyone's favorite. And let's see what signs we can find, because signs tend to be the best. Let's go to media. So yeah, very big turnout as you can see here. This is a great turnout in Philadelphia, which makes sense considering that it was where the Declaration and the Constitution were signed, as well as our second capital. So, good turnout in Philly. I know my youngest brother wishes he was in Philly for that. Let's see. Go to the next. This one, I saw this video earlier, and I was actually pretty impressed. As you can see, this is Fayetteville, Arkansas. Fayetteville is part of the whole Northwest Arkansas uh, metroplex that has been developing and growing in size, thanks to the fact that's where Walmart is headquartered. So clearly, and this is also like within half an hour where the infamous Duggar family that's been in the news again for just being shitbags. So it's good to know that that was going on. I was actually a bit surprised by, yeah, pleasantly, of course. Oh, yes. You got to love the. Okay, this is from the Bulwark. So this is more from Fayetteville. Yep. Oh, I forget. Yeah, Patrick definitely wants to abolish ICE. And I will say these are some live reactions as I just seen these photos for the first time, same as you. Just like I said, it's a live reaction. I do like this sign right here. That's a good one. Yes, I did also see that. I did see this in T-shirt form as well, so there's pretty much a commonality there. Okay, so the oh yep, this has been popping up a lot lately. People trying to get Barron to go serve. Barron being Barron Trump. Oh, these are kind of silly. It's just pointing out the all the bribery that's involved with the Trump regime. Did see versions of this sign at in Colombia as well, as looks like it showed up at a few other spots. I actually have a t-shirt with this slogan on it. I did not wear that today, as I thought I was wearing a trans pride skirt today, and that also has a trans pride flag on that shirt, so I just didn't want to double up on that. Plus, I am Tifa. That works too. This one's good. Good play on words. I love it when they have good ones with play on words. Ooh, yeah, this one. This one, when you think about it, that's a clever one. Yep, more Epstein files. Oh, I saw this one earlier. This is a great one, and this protester war somewhat period accurate to 1789 French fashion, dress, the hair, sunglasses, and a person to watch or not. But I like the sentiment. Oh, this is a sweet one. So that's all I'm going to say that. Yep, that's an also a good play on words. Yeah, oh, that's always good. Yep, another good one. Yep, Iran was featured a lot as well. And yes, that is a common bombing in the way out of the Epstein files. That was a common thread I saw. But yeah, that a lot of it. Oh, this was fun. I saw this photo. This is Atlanta. Atlanta. That's easily 10,000 people just in the photo. So they're marching there. So that's good to see. This is not sure where this one was taken, but it's a good shot. Looking at the architecture, is the way things are. Yeah, this is Chicago. This is Grant Park. Actually, more specifically, this is closer to Millennia Park on the northern side of Grant Park. I recognize that stage, saw a few of my favorite artists there when I went to Lola, and the sign confirms it. So, yeah, great turnout there. I know that field right there for that one amphitheater. This whole field can easily hold 20 to 30,000 people, having been at a few shows for it during when I went to Lollapalooza. So great turnout, Chicago. I love to see it. Love to see it. Looks like this is, yep, Times Square, New York. You can expect a great crowd. I hope my uh, brother and youngest brother and his wife were able to take some time off to, if not go to the one in Times Square, at least go to the one in where they live in Brooklyn. Um, so yeah, it's great turnout. I love seeing it. So maybe just a couple more reactions. So, oh, this is nice. Looks like some of them started early, but yeah, good turnouts. We've seen Philly. Dallas looks great. Denver, that looks great. San Diego always going to pull out a great crowd, even for being a military town. Uh, the Lou's good. LA's always got a big crowd, so good to see that. Um, like I said, oh, here's a better shot of that protester. It looks like that was in Durham, North Carolina. It was great. I wish I thought of that. To be perfectly honest. Oh, this is great. Just saw this and out of San Diego. So that's very good, and actually, I think that's a good place to end this review today. So I hope you like that. If you don't agree with what's with the protesters, that's fine. Just give them a chance to peacefully protest. Don't go there to try and start some shit. We're there to exercise our right. If you want to counter protest, please do so peacefully as well. Preferably not in the middle of the crowd. Preferably across the street from them. Um, and anyone who thinks that this channel does lean a bit progressive, well, I'm not apologizing for that, as uh, I do. The more I've learned history, the more I have become a bit on the progressive side of things. I do think that there are some aspects that progressives may not fully understand and may take a little too far, but that's where I am on that. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked some of the signs. Please comment below which signs you like. And speaking of comments, also please be kind and respectful to each other. Give this a like, especially if you like if you liked this and want to see more of these type in the future. Put this in my news playlist and not my normal history playlist. It's kind of a little different. Subscribe if you haven't. I will be back next week for a month of April. I'm gonna plan on discussing the topic that got me on this crazy course of being a historian, and that is Titanic, and just kind of give you an overview of that and how over the next several weeks, just show how I would tell the story of that unfortunate event. And so until then, I will see you next time. Bye bye.